Ignore the clothes on the bed, they need shifting. I thought I'd do this. Before we do the get ready with me. And no one's here, so I'm just going to jump into it. So what I wanted to do, and what I've been saying I'm going to do for a while now, is my eyeshadow collection with a possible declutter. Hi Sarah, you're just in time. I don't know how far we're going to get. I'll show you what I've got. So there's quite a few bits in here. Can I open it? Crap. Let's move my chair out. So quite a few eyeshadow palettes down here. They're the ones that I want to use like pretty much now. So we're going to go through them, and we'll see how far we can get. I mean, I've got a lot of eyeshadows elsewhere. It might have to be in a few parts. And so let me put you back on. How am I doing? I woke up and my throat's not doing so great. So now I've actually shown you inside the like vanity thing there. Oh, my hair's not doing so great either. Oh, okay, let's just leave that. Hi Christine. Right, so I'm going to show you the palettes. I wanted to just like turn the screen around, and I wanted to basically show you the palettes, but I can't hold the phone in one hand and basically show you the inside of the palette in another hand. So I thought this was the best way to do it, but it might not be, you know, I might not be able to show you my entire collection because I've got roughly around 200. I can show you Colourpop. Colourpop's just above me, so I can show you that, and I've got a few palettes off to the side here. And maybe like the ones I've been using for the past couple of months, including the ones I've been using recently. We'll see how far we get. And then the ones in the drawers, I've got like 2 drawers full of eyeshadow palettes. They may have to, I may have to show you them tomorrow. Oh, that's a weird name, isn't it? Ooga Booga 6000. I've already answered that, Christine. Right, let's go in with the botanicals. I've not even used this. Beauty Bay Botanicals. My mum got me this for Christmas. You can tell I've not used it, so that's absolutely a stunner of a palette. No, I won't be shouting out to you, brother. Right, I really, really love this. I think it's my favourite pastel palette, and I would recommend it if you can get hold of it. It's very inexpensive. It's Juvia's Place, Garden of Juvia's. I know it, like if you was to order it from the UK, it would work out really, really expensive. You'd probably pay fees, and you would probably pay tariffs. So absolutely love it. I love it because it's shifty. It's got shifty shades in it. I'll be using that, I think, this next Shop My Stash, because I know that you guys get to choose one for me, but I also want to choose 2 for myself. This is also new, Kylie Jenner, the Mauve palette. It's not even come out of its packaging yet, never been used. Looks like that, and then looks like that. Absolutely stunning. So that's that one. Then we've got Cosmic Beauty Delicious Delights. This one's a beautiful pastel palette for this time of year as well, which looks like that. It's very colourful. Stunning. I'll show you that last. Oh, I absolutely love this. Absolutely love it. But they don't do it anymore. Natasha Denona pastel palette. And I've also got the mini pastel palette that my friend bought for me. It is just, I mean, you can see how much use I've had out of it. It is just stunning. I don't think I did many pastel looks last spring, summer. Because I was using other I was using other palettes. I don't want to make that mistake again. I've looked and been tempted by that Kylie Jenner one. I mean, they do a bronze one. I'm not really tempted by the bronze one. And they also do like a smoky grey one. The smoky grey one I could be tempted by. It looks really nice. Thank you, Corey, and welcome. Natasha's palettes are all beautiful. Yeah, they are. Right, I'll show you that at the end. I'll show you that at the end. Morphe 9Z Just Say Zen. I don't really have a lot of Morphe palettes anymore. This one, and I've got two more just at the back there, so I can show you them when I've showed you all this. I mean, how pretty is that? With the purples and the mint greens, that is stunning. So I can't get rid of that. If I can get rid of some things, then I'm going to get rid of them. You know, I don't need to be kind of having all this in my collection. Right, so we've got the BH Cosmetics Los Angeles palette, Lost in Los Angeles palette. It took me forever to like it. And now I really, really do like it. So again, a lot of pastels going on there. So pretty much everything that I've got in this little vanity I've got going on is things that I want to use. Like, I wanted to use them for spring, but obviously spring's pretty much over, but we'll be using them in the summertime. My friend bought me this Glam Light one. Glam Light Ice Cream Dream. Pastels plus neutrals. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I like the fact that you can do neutral eyeshadow with it, but also pastels. And I've used pretty much, apart from the ones that I'm saying are new, I've done looks with them all. So I won't, like, when I pull them out, I won't be doing it a hauling type. Like for this one, how many eyeshadows does it have? Does it say? Well, it says 30 times 1.4 grams, so it must be 30. I wouldn't be, for instance, doing 30 looks with it. You know, I'd probably do 2 or 3 looks with it and then put it away. Love the ice cream packaging. The palette is amazing. I mean, it came in an ice cream truck. I had to get rid of that because I had nowhere to put it. Right, so we've hit the bottom of that. This one is one of my favourites. Kaleidos Flower Punk. This is the only Kaleidos palette I've got. The mirror comes off, which is really nice. And you can do a really grungy look with these greens, or you can make it really nice and feminine with these, or you can just do a nice mint green here. I just really, really like it, but I've not used it. You know, because of all the new palettes I've got in my collection, I like to use newness first. You know, I feel a bit of an idiot really having all this, and this isn't even half of it. This is a new one. When I say new, probably last month. Nabla, Read Your Mind. No, Read My Mind palette. This one hasn't been used yet. This one, I got it because it retails at £37. I think it retails more than that on the Narbla website, and I got it for £12.99, if you can see that there. That's the packaging, so it's not exactly the same as the out of carton. So again, that's the packaging. It just looks stunning. This one here looks bronze, but when I look at it, it looks like a really nice gold. It's called rose, and yeah, I would say a golden rose colour. So we've got them in quads. I have said the only thing that the only two shades I probably won't use, and it might only be one, is this one. I mean, this one, I don't know about that either. But yeah, it's pretty. Right, so I've got the one that people are voting on at the moment in here. Natasha Denona Retro Glam. I think you guys all want me to use that. This shop my stash when I pick new palettes. Again, not been used. For some reason it's dirty on the back though. One of my good friends sent me this for Christmas. Stunning packaging, and you can see I've not touched it. I mean, I don't mind whatever palette you guys want me to use, I'll use it. And then for the next few times I do a shop my stash, I'm gonna put the other 3 palettes up for voting, and you can tell me what you want me to use. Yeah. Oh, this is pretty too. I think I got this myself. I think I got it for Christmas for myself, but I had too much. So I put it away for my birthday thinking all the Christmas palettes that I bought, well, not I bought, but all the Christmas palettes that I was getting, I would have used. And I hadn't. So it's a Natasha Denona I Need a Warm palette. This one just looks stunning. Again, not used. And the only reason I got it is because it was £36 and not 64, practically half off. Oh, this one is absolutely stunning. My friend Lisa bought it for me. So it's the Clarity Cosmetics Some Amazing palette in the pastel. Look at that, guys. Oh, I think I mean, this one came broken, so I've had to press it in. So I need to be careful with it. I'll swatch that shade now and you can see what it looks like. You're not really seeing, are you? Let me turn it off. Still not seeing. Oh well, it is pretty. And I have done some pretty looks with it. I have used all those shades, but again, I mean, again, I will be doing some more looks with it. It's got a lot of glitter in it. Right, and then we've got the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Rich Romantic. Beautiful. I like the packaging. I wish this, you know, this packaging, I wish that's what the palette looked like. I think by putting it in a plane like this, I'm not liking it as much. Yeah, so my friend Lisa bought me this. So that's what it looks like. I have got a lot of Glaminatrix palettes and I've only bought one. And I've got some singles as well. Lisa bought me some singles and she's bought me most of the Glaminatrix palettes that I've got. And then my other friend Karen, she bought me some singles. and that's it. That's why I've got so much Glaminatrix. And I wouldn't say so much Glaminatrix like that, but I have got a few palettes by them. And they're not in there though. One is Nearly Natural, which we've used recently, so I'll try and get that in a minute. I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it? So let me put these back. And there's just some self-made palettes that I want to show you. Sorry, I know I've gone quiet. I just need to get these back in here. Because if I start pulling things out from elsewhere, I'll be like, does that go in there or does it not? Shouldn't take me too long. I want to use this one. This Next Shop My Stash. It's got a beautiful shade in it. I didn't really talk about it. It's... oh, she cute. It like shifts different colours. So we'll be using that probably Next Shop My Stash too. Right, so before, ignore the crack in this palette, it is a self-made palette. Before I got the Glam Retro palette, I wanted to dupe it, and I made my own version of it. So it comes in this, and we've got a lot of special shades in here. So I want to use this at some point too, but I could probably get by using this in the fall or autumn time, as we say in the UK. Definitely this needs to be used in the summer. It's Colourpop Truly Madly Deeply with a twist. The twist is, hi Preppy Squad, the twist is that it's not that palette anymore. It looks like this. So I've made it into a pastel palette. There was a palette that I wanted by Colourpop. I can't remember the name, and I basically duped that palette. Then we've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. This is full of pastels as well. So it looks like that. These ones on this side here are from Glam Shop, the Glam Shop singles. But all over here are from various different Colourpop palettes. Right, so that's that. I'm trying to think. I know I've got some Pat McGrath Labs palettes just at the side, but I've got loads of stuff on top of the unit. Can I get them? I've got to take all my sprays down. Where are you from? I'm from the UK, Preppy Squad. You don't have to spam, as I will get to your message. If you just type a message, I will get to it. Obviously, I'm not looking at the camera now because I'm trying to get palettes to show people. Okay. I'll leave that there. I've only got one of the motherships. I'm not telling you whereabouts I live. Right, so I've only got one of the motherships, which I've used for everyone that... Why? Because I don't want to. I've already used it, so you'll know which one it is. It's a Utopian Dream. This one was the first ever one I got. I got this in lockdown. Pat McGrath Labs Eye Ecstasy Sublime, and this one was so inexpensive, guys. So it looks like that. This one here is a duochrome, so it looks purple or plum, but when I look at it, it's bronze. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you the flip. No, it's probably just going to look purple. Oh, let's put some on my hand, because sometimes you can see it better on your hand. You can see like a brown here, and then it goes purple. My name's Andrea. It does say on my channel, Preppy Squad. Have you just come to the live? Have you not checked what my channel's even about? Yeah, that's a pretty eyeshadow. What's it called, that? So we've got Sinful, Gold Nectar, Sextrovert. I think it's called Illicit. This one here, Illicit. That's the best eyeshadow in that little... Well, you get 5 eyeshadows, so it's quintet. Bye, Preppy Squad. So yeah, it's a quintet. So that one was the most inexpensive. I don't know whether I paid £10. Yeah, I think I paid £10. It should have been 20. And there was a more colourful one. They don't do these anymore. What's going on with my necklaces? Sorry. Yeah, so they don't do them anymore. They just do the really expensive ones. So basically I paid £10 for that, and I got free shipping as well. So it's like win-win. So we've got the Pat McGrath Labs Celestial Odyssey palette. I absolutely love the packaging. The only one I've chucked away in the packaging is this one, because I didn't mind throwing it out, but I'd never throw a mothership palette packaging away. They're just too pretty. So I'll show you what this one looks like. This isn't my favourite, if I'm being honest. It's too dark for me. I mean, this one and this one is alright, and this one would be alright either for the lash line. But this is like that blue brown that I'm not overly fussed with. I'll swatch that. I mean, it's got a red in it. It's okay, guys. It's nothing to shout out about. When I got it and I saw it, because I did buy this one. I bought 2 and my friend bought me 2. I'm like, why on earth have you bought that? Do with my wipes. Let's get some toner on. Yeah, bye. Oh, she's sulking because I wouldn't tell her where I lived. Don't I have it? Am I not entitled to have some kind of privacy? Right, then we've got Celestial Divinity Loose Quad Interstellar Icon. I think my friend bought me that. Yeah, she did. And again, it's not my favourite, but I have used it and I like it better than the one I've just shown. I like this shade up here. That one you could do a really smoky eye, and I was quite surprised at the fact that I did like that. So yeah, it's nice, but not my best. Pat McGrath Labs quads. Why would people ask you that? I mean, are they planning on coming for a visit? Got a spot there. I saw some pimple patches in this like pound store, but it's not really a pound store. Nothing's a pound anymore, is it? And I thought to myself, should I get them? And I'm like, no, I'll get them when I get paid. I'll save my favourite to last. Right. Pat McGrath Labs Ritualistic Rose. My friend bought me this one as well. Did she though? Yeah, because I bought two and she bought two. And I love this one. Hi dear Andy, looking forward to this one. Keep your privacy. No one's concerned. Exactly. To me, she sounded more like a child, and I'm not going to... if I want to give my address out to anyone, then I'm going to do it off camera. You know, if I build, like say I build a friendship with someone and they ask me for my address to send me a Christmas card or something like that, and I feel comfortable enough with them, then I'll do it. And I'll then say, well, can I send you one back? But I'm not just going to put my address on the internet. How stunning is that, guys? That one's my favourite. I actually like the purple as well. That's the two shades. Oh, they're so stunning. We'll do the bronze. The bronze is okay. It just doesn't have as much sparkle. And then the gold, do I like that? You know, I can't remember. It's been that long. No, it's just those two. But we'll swatch them. Right, this one is more of a topper. So it goes from gold to pink. Oh, they would look really nice together. I need to do a look with those together. And then the bronze and the gold would look nice together. So that's the bronze and the gold. So maybe we, like, when I'm up to date and I've used all the eyeshadow palettes that I need to be using, I don't think I've got too many, maybe about 5 or 6. We can pull some of these out and do some looks with them. I think that'll be quite nice to do. And then I've just got one more. And all this little lot cost a pretty penny, because Pat McGrath Labs isn't cheap, is it? This one, oh my gosh, the packaging though, guys. Yes, definitely do a look with them. I haven't just got these. I've got 2 more in my other drawers that I was telling you about earlier. Because I've got the Bridgerton one that they came out with. I'll show you that when I get to that collection. So anyway, looks like that. It is called Venus in Flares. And I bought this one along with that other one that I don't much care for. So looks like that. Right, so I'm going to try and show you this one here. Can you see how it's flipped up here in the mirror? Right, I'm going to try and show you again slowly. Just flipping. The colour is just going from one shade to another. It's quite flaky, guys. That's my favourite shade in the palette. It looks like fire on your eyes. I'm not joking, it does. Oh, the packaging. I'm a sucker for nice packaging, lol. You're after my own heart, Sarah. So am I. I'm trying not to be. And then we've got like this highlighter shade. You could use that on the face as well, actually. And then we've got this bronze shade. Very, very pretty. It's my favourite quad out of the ones that I've shown you. Yeah, I definitely need to use them again. I don't want them going bad. Right, let's try and put these back. Right. Yeah, it is a beautiful colour. So, like I said earlier, I've got some off to the side and then I've got Colourpop up there. We're on 30 minutes now. I feel like an hour per video is enough time, and then obviously it's going to be time really to start thinking about doing the get ready with me. Because I'm going to try and go earlier each day. I don't know what's going on with the algorithm, but like at the moment there's only 6 people in here. I'm hoping people will watch it back. Right, let's put them in there for a minute. Right, so we've got this one by P. Louise. I've got a few P. Louise palettes, but they're smaller. I'm not a fan of this palette, guys, but I have used it, and I used some looks with another palette, and it looked nice. You'll see why I don't like it. Sorry about that. That was my mum calling. She picks the worst timing. Right, so it looks like this is very, 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 very colourful. I think I like to do a grungy look with it. I've not done it yet, but with these here, definitely do a grungy look. I have used these, like the smooth as butter, the mattes. I'm really struggling to hold it up, but I've used it like blue tones, and I can't remember what other eyeshadow palette I used with it. I think what I did is I did a really, really simple look. I went in with a couple of blues from the Worldy palette by P. Louise, and then I went in with a topper over the top or something like that. But who knows? Who knows what I've done? Sometimes I can't remember, what I did last week. Right, so off to the side here are some palettes. We've used this recently. Beauty Bay, Nikki Tutorials, another gorgeous palette, love it. We used it for the peaches, didn't we? Like, oh. We used it for the peaches here, because I got that Morphe palette out. See, this I do remember. I got that Morphe palette out, and it wasn't pigmented enough. I think I can show you. Yeah, this one. Oh, what's going on now? Right, so what I did is got this out, this Morphe 2, and this one is in the Pink Please. So this is the lighter one I've got, and it says this is an eyeshadow. So my hopes were to be using like some pink mattes and just like putting this on as a topper. It didn't work out, did it not? So then we went into the Beauty Bay palette and I think we used both of them, if memory serves. And I used, I think I used Zoma as well down here. But yeah, that was a pretty look that I did. I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you, E-Roses. But you don't have to keep coming on and spamming. Please don't spam, otherwise I'll have to get you out of here. Why are you typing? I've got a feeling you're the person that was in before, you know. But with a different username. Right, let's see what we've got. So, Odin's Eye Alva 2. Now, I've kept it, not because I want to keep it. I mean, it is a bit me with it being a pastel palette. But the formula of these, I mean, this glitter here is a shifty shade. The formula of these aren't the same as the newer formula that I've got, so I might just declutter it. But I do want to, it's on the chopping block is basically what I'm saying. I've already said hello to your E-Roses. Stop, stop that, please. Right, iRevolution Tasty Pumpkin Spice Latte. I think I'm going to keep this at least until the fall. Again, chopping block palette. I mean, it's nice, but you don't get any mattes in it, so you're going to have to pull out another palette. And there's a reason I haven't used it. I think I've just swatched it. This one, again, is on the chopping block. Too Faced Pumpkin Spice. This is stunning, but it barely gets any use. So again, on the chopping block with that. We've got the Jeffree Star Beauty Colour. I've had this ages. I won't get rid of it just because there's drama around him. Looks like that. It looks like it's going mouldy though, because I've had it for such a long time in the pink. Not on any of the other eyeshadows. Let's just, okay, we're getting rid of it. Okay. Sample Beauty, the Equalizer Palette Volume 2. Hi PBC. Now, because those palettes are near the window, I'm having to check them. No, that one's fine. Again, this one is on the chopping block. This orange is really, really nice. I keep it for shades like that, you know, and then we've got these like grungy tones here. So there's a lot, like once I've caught up with using the newer palettes in my collection, there's a lot of things that we need to use just to double check if I want to keep them or not. Right. Juvia's Place, the Deuce. Yeah, that one's still nice. So full of pastels, keeping, you know your girl's gonna keep it if it's got a pastel in it. Profusion Mixed Metals Glam. I've had that ages. The ones that I've had ages, I should just get rid of. 2 palettes for $24 at Colourpop. Not that I'm buying, but I'm just saying it came up on my Gmail then. Hi Camber. Oh, this is stunning. Especially that orange shade. Too Faced Chocolate Gold. Sorry, Roses, bye. I've told her to stop spamming. I don't know how more clear I can be. I hate getting rid of people from the chat, but you know, stop spamming. So that's what that looks like. And legit, guys, it still smells of chocolate. Hi, I'm back. It's Layla. I knew it was you, Layla. Oh, the squeak. Right, Steeler Blue Realm. You come practically at the end of the makeup collection, Layla. So if you want to watch it, you can watch it once it's finished. This one's stunning as well. I like this shade here. It's like a white to blue shift. It's got some really pretty shades in it. My sister has that exact palette and I use it all the time. It smells so good. What, the chocolate gold one? I really, really like this one. Urban Decay X Kristen Leanne. Haven't used this in a while. What's going on down there? All Too Faced palettes smell of chocolate though. Right, this is my favourite shade here. Again, needs to be used. Oh, this one's cute. My mum bought me this. You Are Magic. And this one is Eye and Face. I'm not, like, I don't really like the eyeshadows, if I'm being completely honest. I won't get rid of it, even if it does go mouldy. I'll just put it in a memory box because my mum bought it for me. It's got some really nice highlighters and that pink blush is really nice. So maybe I should shift it to my face palette drawer and then use it that way. And then we've got another BH Cosmetics Smitten in Switzerland palette. I think I got rid of some because at least 2 went mouldy. Andy, we love you, sweetie. Thank you. What do you think I look like? I don't know what you look like. Right, and then we've got this one. Again, this one's on the chopping block. I'm not sure it's me. So that's all from like my little book thing over here. Oh, great. I've dropped one now. No, I won't be taking any guesses, Layla. Right, I think I'm going to go and get them colour pops that are just on the shelf, and I can show you them. Go away and leave Andy alone. Normally Layla's okay. I'm getting some people in here today that are not testing my patience, but it's kind of like, it's kids, you know, it's kids, right? Let's get these these colour pop palettes. Sorry I'm in the way of the camera, it won't be for long. I've got quite a few up here though. They're all £9. No, they're not all £9, there's some others. You can't really see much at the moment. I'll try and be quick. Right, done guys, done. Okay, I'll show you the bigger ones first. Colourpop Wild Nothing, which I don't think is Colourpop Wild Nothing. You. That's rude, I watch your lives. Well, I can. Guys, don't argue, please. Right, so I put these glitters in here. I'm going to take them out when I've got shades that I think are going to go with the colour story. It's very rosy toned. I just feel like I need more rosy toned shimmers. So when I come across it, I will sort that out, because I'm not going to use these glitters. But this palette itself, I think you can still get it on Colourpop. It's too light, like for me personally. Oh, you don't need to sulk, Layla. Right, so we've got the Menage a Moi, which has nothing in it because I'm always taking things out. So it's going to be a spare magnetic palette. If you want to leave though, Layla, leave by all means. It's up to you. Colourpop Good as Gold. This one's a really nice Christmas one. You can tell I like it because I've not removed any of the shades out of it. Stunning. I really, really like this one up here. What shade is that? 14. And I like Gold Star, this one here. I think this one's a glitter. That one could come out because I hate glitters. Especially Colourpop glitters, because they're not made for the eye. Does it say on this palette? Yeah, pressed glitters. There's 2 in here apparently, not intended to use on the immediate eye area. Okay, so why put it in then? Where's the other one? All right, so these 2 here. Why put them in then? So that means now I'm either going to leave them in. That's one of them. It doesn't feel chunky. Actually, that feels quite nice. That one can stay in. The other one looks really, really chunky. I'm going to keep as it is. Boudoir Noir. I think this one stayed the same. No, I pulled some eyeshadows for somewhere like 3 eyeshadows are missing from this. So that's what it looks like. Another relatively gold one. And then we've got the Lizzie McGuire. I think I may have taken some eyeshadows out of this recently. It's What Dreams Are Made Of. No, I haven't actually. And this is really, really pretty for spring and summer. So we'll be using this soon. It's just kind of like, Andrea, why are you buying all these new palettes or asking for makeup for Christmas? And you don't need it. Right, so Flutterby by Colourpop. This one's really nice. It's just missing a few shades. Really like mauve toned. So 2 shades are missing. I could probably put 2 shades from something else in it to make it complete. Oh, we've got some cutesy ones now. Let's go through the Disney ones. Disney Frozen 2, isn't she beautiful? My mum loves Elsa. It's a favourite character, and I always think, should I give this to my mum? You know, because I don't really use it. I mean, I don't like these tones down here, that's for sure. I'll never use them unless I use it on kind of the lash line. I like this white to pink shade up here. I don't mind this. It's quite powdery there. And then we've got this like purple one, which is quite powdery. But I have it on my shelf like this. This is the first Disney palette that I bought, and it's also the first Disney palette that you can see when you come in my room. So I want to keep it for that reason. My mum doesn't really wear eyeshadow anyway. Right, this is one that I could probably let go and give to my mum. It's the Colourpop Grandeur, but it's quite dark, so I don't know if she'd wear it. The packaging's stunning there. I think I dropped it at some point, and I think I'm going to end up giving it away, guys. Looks like that. It's not all dark. I'll just tell her not to use the glitter. Or take the glitter out. Yeah, let's get rid of this one. So that's 2 out of my collection. That's gone. Oh, and I've dropped them both now. Right, we've got the Star Wars Mandalorian Colourpop. Still in its packaging. I think I took some out of this as well. 3 are missing. And I wish I knew where I'd put them, because then I could put them back in the palette. But I can go onto the website and just see what shades are missing and see if I can try and find them in my collection. So that's nice. This one is so beautiful. It's the Disney Tinkerbell Sprinkle a Little Magic. This was the last ever Disney palette I got from Colourpop, because I haven't bought from the Colourpop website in such a long time. Yeah, it's stunning. This is going nowhere. I need to use this probably in the fall months. And then my sister got me one for my birthday a couple of years ago, which is very similar to it actually. It's called Colourpop in the Limelight. And that looks like that. It's mainly green though, it doesn't have any browns. Apart from the matte browns, it doesn't have any shimmer browns. So that one's nice as well. So definitely keeping that. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the rest of these Colourpop palettes, and then tomorrow maybe we'll do it again, but we'll do it within my drawers, and then I can bring my drawers over here, like they're just in plastic containers basically, and show you one at a time like I have today, because it's pointless saying, oh, I've got Colourpop Going Coconuts, I've got Colourpop Blush Crush, and not actually showing you the colour story. You'll be like, what? Well, if you don't know the colour story, you'll be like, well, what's the point in that? So this is one of my favourites. I've got Last Taupe as well, but it's in a different drawer. I think this came from the Mandalorian palette, The Child, and I'm not putting it back in there. I like that it's in there. So Colourpop Blush Crush looks like that. It looks very, like, to me anyway, it looks very wedding themed. There's one eyeshadow missing. So that's missing, but other than that, it looks really, really nice. So we've got Baby Got Peach. Did I take everything out? More or less. Well, not more or less. There's 2 eyeshadows missing. There's another glitter there. I'm going to take that out. Miss Bliss is empty. I know that because the eyeshadows are in another palette, so I just keep it around for a magnetic palette. Hi Ariana, how are you? Aura Now is also empty. Apart from the glitters, actually. Some glitter there. Mint to Be. I think this has some in. Oh, it's... When I was going to dupe that Natasha Denona Retro Glam, I was going to use some of these shades. Just My Look. This green one. That has some of the original shades in, but some have been taken out. I think they'll be in the Retro Glam dupe that I did. Coaster Coral. I don't think I took anything out of here. That's what it looks like. It's very, very pretty. High Tide. I know I haven't taken anything out of here. Still in the original packaging. I don't know, guys. I mean, no, that's going. It's going lighter here. So it's gone mouldy, basically. It's only on that one eyeshadow, so I could probably keep the palette. But once one eyeshadow goes mouldy, the others aren't far away. And I don't want it close to my actual Colourpop collection. That's okay. So that's gone. So that's 3 eyeshadow palettes that I'm throwing out. So we've got the Hair Honey. Yeah, that one's okay. I mean, that High Tide one I've had for a while anyway. We've got Lilac You a Lot. There's only 4 shades in here. I need to put some more purples in it. I really like this shade up here. This one is called Cloud, and it like shifts a different colour. It's like pink to gold, I think. I need to use these and quick, because otherwise they're going to all just go bad. Making Mauves. There's only 2 eyeshadows in here. I could put them somewhere else. And that's it, guys. For the people that are still here, thank you for watching. If you've not liked the video, please do so. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. So I'll be going off camera for 10 minutes, having a little bit of a drink break. And then I'll be coming back to do my Get Ready With Me. So if you want to join me, I will say about 6:30, I will be doing a Get Ready With Me. Thank you so much for being here. Bye, guys.